conscious. I'm a little bit conscious, guys. I'm a bit conscious because my top's a bit low. Do you think we'll be alright? Yeah, I'm warm. And I'm cooking. Will it be alright? I'm not going to get any violations for being anything, am I? God, the bloody sun me today, I'll tell you. I'm warm. I'm warm as that. I never got to get back on and get my hair curled, did I not? I had all intentions of coming back on and getting my hair and curling my hair, but it just never happened. The day just ran away from us. You could tell we're getting ready to come back to the UK though, gang, because my Zoom calendar is zooming. Like my Zoom calendar, it's been a busy one. It's been a busy one. Anyway. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. We'll lift you up a bit so I can see you proper. Hi girls, I have the job. I had my interview yesterday. I'm so happy. It'll be a new start. It will, Sarah. Honestly, I'm so proud of you. I really am. Still not washed my hair. Been putting it off for 4 days. Be replaced. Just whacking a headband on. It's amazing. I'm so proud of you, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah. Oh God, I called you Sarah then. I thought I should have said Steph. Don't even ask. What is going on with this hairdo? Honestly, guys, what did I do before headbands? What did I actually do before headbands? Oh shit. Excuse me. Right. What have we got, Mr. Mac, for tea tonight? We've got chicken. We've got chicken. We've got bacon. Where's that grated cheese?
The red one you used. Alright, that's some cheese slices.
Oh, absolutely not.
No, it's proper cheese.
All right, that cheese. All right, yeah, that'll do. Hey, girl.
Vicky!
What's going on?
Well, it's only my second time back in 7 months.
Right.
Obviously, you know, I took a break. I was getting, the trolls were trolling and it sent my head crazy, really. But I'm back. Obviously, I'm in Colorado at the moment. I'm back in the UK next Thursday.
What are you doing in Colorado?
I met my partner on TikTok a year ago.
No way.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. It's a woman. I met a female from TikTok a year ago.
Matter, does it?
So I spend. Thank you.
Does it matter whether it's a man or woman?
Yeah, does it? Not at all. Well, I met her.
Are you happy?
Oh, I'm dead happy, Vicky.
All that matters.
We had our 1 year anniversary 2 days ago.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it.
I am asking. I've come to you, okay, because I'm going to come back on after, but obviously because I've not been live for 7.5 months, my views are right down. Okay. Now I'm going to show you something, and I think Life with Vicky is going to be the lady who's going to help us do this, guys. So this is the back.
Oh my God. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the back. Let me show you the front.
You know what I'm going to say to you, Queen? Your views aren't down because you've not been on. Don't know what's gone on, but today everybody's saying that I've only got 96 people in my room. I've normally got 300 people in my room by now. Today,
mine are literally. I've only got about 10 in at the minute, but even this morning I only had about 25, 30 in this morning.
But this morning I went on with do you know Elaine, Turkish housewife Elaine? And Elaine was like, what are your views like? And I was like, I've got like 80 odd. She was like, what's going on? So I have no idea, but it's like half where it should be.
Well, if I show you this.
Go on. Oh. Oh my God, thick snowman.
Okay, so I've got an agreement. My lot want me to do a snow angel there,
Right, okay.
but I've told them I won't do it until I've got 50 viewers in my room.
Right, okay.
So at some stage later on,
Yeah.
I might come back to you and say, can you
Okay.
and your lovely team help me get 50 viewers in so that my lot can actually watch the live snow
Of course you
angel?
can. Of course you can. Of course you can.
What's this I hear about Live with Vicky clothing?
I can't believe it, honestly. So I collab with quite a few different brands.
Do you want to
now.
run one while we're talking?
We can
I mean,
do if you want, but I know I'd no pressure on your part because I know you've only just come back in today.
Yeah, thank you. No
so
pressure on my side, guys, because
absolutely
I
no pressure at all. I'm not. Then my guys know I'm not like that. So I work with Cue the Label. I've worked with them now. It'll be coming up to a year when we get back, and I love working with them. I love the pair that own it. I love the girls that we work with. They're just amazing, and they just said to me last couple of weeks. They mentioned it before I came away, and then a couple of weeks ago they messaged saying, "Did I want my own label in a summer collection?" So I've got to pick between 6 and 10, I think it is, items. I'm a couple of items in now already, so I get to design them with Vic. So Vicky and Nick own Cue the Label. So I get to design. Thanks, Steph. I get to design them with Vicky. So like I've chosen like these pants and where the pocket. Big up Teresa, where the pockets are going to be, how they're going to look. So when I get back to the UK in a couple of weeks, I will be probably going and spending some time there, and getting me. I'm dead excited. So it launches on Saturday, the 31st of May.
I love it.
At 10 a.m.
I love it.
Can't wait.
I love it.
So there's me, there's Hannah Huxford and Shireen. There's three of us who are all going to have our own labels. So we're doing a big collab with like the three of us. So yeah.
So
Wait.
are you going to be literally? Is it all sizes that you're going to be doing? PJ, thank you.
So we basically, Cue the Label, I've always done 14 to 24 as their plus size range. But as a lot of us have lost weight recently, they have decided to move with the times, and they're now doing a mid range. So the mid range is 12 to 18, and the plus size range is 18 to 24. So anybody from the size 12 up to a size 24, 26 will be inclusive of the clothes that we've got. And I've just got some really, really lovely items that I would wear. So these lot would wear. So yeah.
Well, I'm thinking, can I not like model some for you? Because I'm a 14 to that size, aren't I?
Definitely look into it, can't we? When you come back next week, are you coming back for good?
Yeah, I'm back. No, I come back next week. I'm back in Manchester next Thursday, and I'm back for like PJ. Thank you. I'm back for 6 weeks, and then I'm off to Iceland, America, and Costa Rica.
Wow.
Yeah.
So with your partner, you're doing all that?
Yeah.
Is she coming back to the UK with you?
No. She stays here. Welcoming Carla, thanks, darling. She stays here because she's got a business here. So she stays here. I go back home, obviously, because I've got my grown-up son and I've got my dog. And I'm dead lucky because my best friend has my dog and she's got a blue staffy. And they run on the beach every day together. I mean, my dog might not even want to come back to me because he's living his best life. Do you know what I mean?
Casper. It's not like Casper. He looks at us when we come back off holidays. He'd say, "What are you doing back?" Enjoy yourself here, honestly.
Well, I'm just thinking, can I not model a few of your clothes?
Well, if you're only back for 6 weeks, where does that take us to? I don't think it'll even have launched by then.
Oh, well, maybe when I come back from there, because I'll be coming back from there at the end of May, beginning of June.
Yeah, well then. It's the end of May we launch.
Yeah.
31st of May.
All right, well, I'll be in the UK.
Perfect. Love it.
Hey,
Absolutely
guys, what
love
do you
it.
think about that? Queenie.
Honestly.
Wifey Vicky, her own clothing range.
I can't believe it, honestly. It's like a pinch me moment. Honestly, I can't get my head around it.
Vicky, you
It's
deserve
crazy.
it. You work so hard. Thank you, guys, for the follows. You work so hard.
I know.
Do you know, and you've had a lot of bloody trolling go on as well. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? To be honest with you, Queen Rat, I don't really get involved in it because I don't get involved in other people's dramas. Thank you, Martina. Because I don't get involved in other people's dramas, I just let them get on with it. I stay in my own lane and do my own thing. And if they want to come and troll me, then feel free. Because there's nothing you're going to say. I'm going to give you a tip, and I give this to any creator who has an issue, who has a troll. If you came in my live and you called me, I've been called an SLAG today, and a skirt and a bike, and for me, that's fine if that's what you think. If you came in my chat on your account and called me them,
thank you.
I would be really upset. But the fact that the people that come into me and troll me are on a fake account with a fake profile picture, with fake followers, with no followers, how can I possibly be asked about what they've got to say? Because if they want to come and troll me on a real account, then go for it. But if you don't, then you're not trolling me. You're just being a dick. And that's how I deal with trolls.
Mine was, I'll just thank these, Vicky, and then I'll tell you what.
Yep. Thank you to all my girls and boys over here. Big up our Teresa. Thank you, Steph, Tina, Katie. Thank you, Karen and Helen and Rage. Thank you, Sam, and all our tappers and clappers and everybody else, you little legends.
Fete, Claire, Adele, everybody else who tapped, shared, or contributed. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all of you massively. Vicky, mine wasn't about getting involved in anything. Mine was about like serious stalking.
Really?
Yeah, mine was to the point where they were trying to find out where my son lived, and mine was like serious, and that played with my head. You know, I've got 2 beautiful grandchildren, and they were trying to find out, you know, like stuff about, and you know, my son's a professional in his own right. You know, he's a professional in his own right, and I've never brought my grandkids on lives. I've never had anything to do with my family being brought into my lives. That's their private life, and this is what I do. But when it comes to the point where they were trying to, you know, do stuff like, I mean, even to the point where my mum's 80. My mum's 80. My mum comes in my life. Do you know, they were inboxing my mum and stuff like that. It was horrendous, and it did. I think at the time.
You ever get to the bottom of it?
I know exactly who it was. I went to the police and everything, but the police wouldn't do anything. Yeah, I went to the police.
To tell you, I've had something with I had something going on with somebody who I believe was a good friend of mine. Turned out to absolutely not be, but that's a whole different story. And the police have taken allegations, what has happened, seriously on my part, because I wouldn't let it go. I mean, it's disgusting. Just because you put yourself on social media does not mean that gives somebody the God-given right to troll you.
No, absolutely.
Do you know who it is? So I'm assuming it's stopped then.
Yeah, it's stopped now, and I've come back on. I mean, obviously, the accounts that it was coming from before have been blocked, but obviously they can still come in on fake accounts, which is fine. And do you know what? If anything, Vicky, I'm a lot stronger now. I think it affected me terribly at the time. But I'm a lot stronger now. I'm a lot stronger. You know what though?
You were doing crazy hours.
Oh, I got to number 9 in the week. It was I came off before the daily started. I got to number 9 in the week because my team were amazing. But yeah, it all went. But you know what? You live and you learn as well, and you trust people. You live and I've learned. I had my fingers burned, and I learned, and that's the main. And I think when you can accept that you've made a mistake and you've learned your lesson, then that takes a lot, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
It does. It absolutely does. At the end of the day, you know, just because we put ourselves on social media does not mean that is a green light to abuse us.
Exactly. Without
and when you've got other creators, family abusing you just because you fell out, it's a bit bonkers, if I'm honest with you.
I know.
It is, but they'll just sit there and continue to hate while we just continue to strive at being the best versions of ourselves.
Can I just say as well before I leave you, you're looking absolutely fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you look really well. You look really well.
Thanks. Oh, that's dead kind of you. Thank you. Go and do what you're doing, and if you want to come back in a bit, then feel free to come back.
Yeah, if I come back later, if it's to do for this Snow Angel, if I'm struggling, I'll come back because I know you'd help me. It's just so that these can see it. There's 3 foot of snow got its name on me.
I want to watch it. What do you mean? You better have me come back.
I know. So, all right, listen, big up to you and to your lovely community as well.
Big love to you, my darling. It's nice to have a decent one back.
I'll see you soon.
See you later, babe.
Bye, darling. Bye.
Bye, darling. Bye-bye. I can't touch my screen because I've got disgusting chicken all over my fingers.
Well,
Can you get out?
it's that long since I've done this. I don't know how
Right,
to get out.
Oh,
Oh, I found it.
Honestly.
See you later,
See you in a
darling.
bit, babe. I'm going to cook all this chicken off now, and then it can be cold for tomorrow. Oh, it's nice to see her back. It's nice to see her back. I popped in a live before she's been back. She came back on early, and I popped in a live earlier. Oh God, this is fucking hanging, mate. And it was lovely to see her. And I said to her, if you want to pop over when I'm on, come and say hi. She was saying to her team like she's not got a request turned on. Excuse me. So I said, well, if you want to nip over and say hi in a bit, I'm not asked about having a battle or anything. Just pop over. So that was nice of her to pop by. Right, we're just getting this chicken cut up. Oh God, I hate this feeling, man. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Oh. Right, let me get rid of that and wash my handies. Whew. Okay. Right. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? What we're doing? What we're doing? What we're doing? Oh, D-Bart's in the house. How are you feeling, my mate? How we feeling? How are we feeling? I've had a fever all night and day. It's not infected, is it? Saw the opportunity and took it. Sorry, guys. Took what opportunity? Ma, thank you so much for your subscription. You absolute legend of legendary legends. Is the infection got? Is there infection? Fever was 104. Shit, that's high. I'm doing good, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing good. I don't know why I got that out because I don't need it. So I'm just cooking off a load of chicken. I'm just going to put a load of oil over it. I'm going to salt and pepper it. Because I'm doing a deconstructed Hunter's chicken. Okay. Right. Let's get the chicken on. Let's get the chicken looking on. Okay. Right, that's the chicken going. So we'll have that over there doing its thing. Bliss is naming herself Furkan Strump. Oh, really? I'm a marriage, yes I am. Hi to everybody coming in. What's D-Bart said? I'm doing good, thank you. May go to ER if it doesn't. I would get myself to ER. I would get myself there if that's how you're feeling. And a migraine doesn't sound good, D-Bart. Hi, you okay?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. I'm good.
How did we get 11 wins?
Pardon?
Thank you so much for the likes and rose.
Let me just give you a mute up while we're just. I think you need to get yourself to ER if I was you, D-Bart, 100%. Oh, with the baseball. Oh, with the baseball. Oh, and the crystal dreams. Thanks, gang. D-Bart, could you please just get off here now and just go to ER, please, if you don't mind, like, mate. Take some paracetamol to reduce your fever. I imagine he's on quite high meds, but I'm worried that it could be infected. Did I just see somebody said that they'd made the flatbreads today? You made the flatbreads, put too much smoke paprika in. They look kind of pink. How did they taste though? How did they taste? You're making them tomorrow. I'm excited to try them. They're so good. So was it nice, Bliss? They were just a bit too pink. Tasted look. Aren't they dead easy to make? They're so easy to make. They really are. Sepsis is very dangerous. That's why I'd rather him not be on here right now and be off getting his hand sorted. Thank you for the roses, guys. D-Bat, I can still see ya. Because your name come up there then. I can still see ya. I'm watching ya. Thanks, Jess. Thanks, D-Bat. Thanks, Tina. Trace. Thanks, Tracy. Thanks, Tina. Jesus Christ, there's too many T's. Too many T's. It does sound infected. You're right, Trudy. It does sound infected. I'm loving the look of the chicken dish you made as well. Going to do that on Sunday. Yeah, it was really good. I've got another one that needs to go up as well. Auntie Vicky has spoken. Please go and get seen. If the ibuprofen don't work, I'll go. How long have you been taking ibuprofen already? Hi, Oliver. You should go and get it sorted. You're right, Polar Bear. You're right. Montana, thank God it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Thank you for the heart me's, guys. Ems, thank you for the Rosa. Thank you for the heart me's. Thank you for the thank God it's Friday. Could have got infected when stitches broke. Anything. Listen, when you've had a surgery like what he's been through, Jesus Christ. Woo! So that sounds anything like a guitar. If fever reduces, don't work, I'll go. Right. That's a deal. We've got a deal there. We've got a deal, right? We've got a deal. Oh, we'll have all the TikTok crowns. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. If it doesn't get any better, then you'll get yourself off to ER. Right, that's a good enough deal. Thank you, Joe, for the thank God it's Friday. Oh, Deba. Thank you so much for the flowers. I appreciate it. They smell bloody lovely. Bloody lovely. So we are just using up what we've got in the gaff at the minute. So we leave here on Sunday, so we're just using up what we've got. So Darren got a bit of extra chicken, and we're just cooking. We're doing a hunter's chicken, a deconstructed hunter's chicken, so it's dead easy to make. And that is what we are. That is what we're having for tea tonight, because we're frozen chips that need using up. We're literally just having use everything up kind of tea. Do you know what I mean? Montana, thank you so much for the thank God it's Friday. What kind of chicken? Just normal chicken. I'm doing hunter's chicken. So I'm just cooking off the chicken, which I've diced up and just salt and peppered. We're going to pour over some barbecue sauce, put some cheese and some bacon, and it's going over fries. That's what we're having. Montana with the thank God it's Friday. Thank you so much, gorgeous. We leave on Sunday, Trudy. Yeah, we do. Evening cars had to go and steal coins to send a heart. Chantal, you're so naughty. You are so bloody naughty. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, gang. Appreciate you all. Thank you all so bloody much. Oh my God, we just took his 11 nuggies. Oh my God. Big up the D-Bat. Big up. Big up the D-Bat. Big up. Big up the D-Bat. Big up the D-Bat. Thank you, Teresa and Montana as well. Gorgeous ladies. Tracy and Joe. Ems and Trudy and Chantel and everybody else that's over here. Bye-bye, nuggies. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, nuggies. Bye-bye. I'll see you later.
Okay, friend. Congratulations.
Thank you, darling. I'll speak to you in a bit. Bye-bye, darling. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, nuggies. Oh, man, alive. Right. It's call off wit, which is just really unusual. Really unusual. So, we're going to cook this bacon off. Can't wait to get home in a couple of weeks for a decent bacon butter. Oh, decent bacon butter with some berry black pudding. Oh man, it's the small things you miss when you're travelling. In it, babe. Hey.
Yeah.
A bacon and berry black pudding part. A bacon and berry black pudding. Ooh, proper bacon, proper bacon. Hi to everybody coming in. I hope you're all good. Just had gammon, nice. Hi Vicky, are you going to stay in property whilst as Broad they went back you staying in? We moved from here on Sunday. I've not been in for a while because I had some bad news last Saturday. I hope you're all right, Brandon, darling. I'm sending you an awful lot of love. I had a pot noodle and it was a king size one. Nice. Very nice. I can almost taste it. Turn up pines tomorrow soup with bread and butter for tea tonight. Oh, nice. I totally agree with you there. I'm having a bacon butty tomorrow. Oh, stop it. You look like you've caught the sun today. I have caught the sun. The last couple of days has been so hot. It's been so warm the last couple of days. It's been, in fact, I actually had to come in because the back was on fire. This chicken in this country just does not shrink. Do you know, like chicken normally shrinks to like half the size? It doesn't shrink at all. It's unreal. Put them back in. I can almost taste it. Yeah, me too. Vicky, my fave. Are you alright, pal? How you diddling? It's all the water content in British chicken. It's madness. It absolutely is, you know. We're having deconstructed Hunter's chicken. Thank you, Queen Bee. We are literally using up what's left in what we've got left. We're literally just using up what we've got left. So that's what we're doing. We're using up what we've got left, and that's it. So we had chips that needed using up. We have some bacon that Darren's been and got because we didn't have enough, if that makes sense.
Yo.
Oh, what's going on there?
Oh, what's happened with this?
Oh, what's happened? Hang on, I'll be back. Where are they now? Where are the trolls now?
Trolling somebody else. probably.
Yeah, in somebody else's room. Picking on somebody else because they're a bully. I won't be bullied by anybody. I was bullied for many, many years. Nobody bullies me now. All right, babe.
Fridge.
Not the tray. The tray's only on it because I needed space. See, when I wake up in the morning and I look in the mirror and I tell myself that I'm gorgeous, I also tell myself that I'm thankful for the life I've got,
I got 2 packs of eggs today. What
and
boxes?
and I'm happy for the life that I've now got, not the old life I had in the bottom of a bottle of vodka. And some people just can't be thankful just for waking up in the morning. They have to come and they have to pick on people, like, because it makes them feel better. The Deepa, thank you, my ledge. How are you feeling? Do you know what I mean? Mind you don't drop that, babe. Oh, right. I've added it to the basket, thank you. What do you look like? I look like me? What do you mean, what do I look like? I look like me. That's a bit of a weird question to ask. Where's your next destination? Don't know, that's down to D. I'm ready for home, Anja. I'm ready for home. I'm thankful. Be alive, breathing, house over my head, cat. I love that. Love it. Now you bully your partner. I'm bullying you there, DD.
Are you bully?
See ya, bye truck and cars.
Are you bullying?
Why are you eating so fast? I didn't think I was.
Why are you bullying me?
I've got no idea. Will you be sad to leave this little... I will be sad to leave this little paradise. But to be honest with you, this is why I'm being trolled like I am, because they can't do better in their lives. So instead they'll come after somebody who's obviously living the best life and they're not. So instead of getting up and choosing kindness and getting up and choosing happiness and getting up and making changes to their own lives, they've got up and just been nasty with the world again, because that's the world that they've created for themselves. As I say all the time, if you're not happy with what you're doing, then change it, because only you are responsible for your future, nobody else. So if you're not happy with what you're getting, then change it. Can I help you, little fella? Can I help you? You should be on your bed when we're eating.
Casper.
So, yeah, I just choose happiness and I choose kindness. Not a lot of people do. Casper, he's here. He's here. What doing? Waiting to see what Mum's got left, ain't you? Go over there to your dad and go and get in your bed. Waiting to see what I've got left on my plate, like Casper always does. Always does. Where are we? Jealousy is the root of all evil. You're absolutely right. It's horrendous. Jealousy is absolutely awful. And no, on your bed. Jealousy is ugly. Jealousy is awful. Jealousy is the root of a lot of people's issues in life. Don't be jealous. Just do better. That's it. It's not hard. It's not hard. I'm doing really well, thank you. Hi, Vicky, just got home. Hope you're good. I'm up. Oh, good, Amanda. I've got the hiccups. I've got the hiccups. Why did you give your fella the chicken off the floor? Why didn't you eat it? I didn't give him any chicken off the floor. Absolutely no chicken went on the floor. A piece of bacon fell on the floor. What does it matter? It was going on his plate. Darren,
Oh,
are you asked that a piece of bacon fell on the floor and I picked it up and put it on your dinner?
no.
Thank you. So he's not got an issue and I've not got an issue. So have you got an issue?
Clean that floor this afternoon.
Vic Bugs. Strong women, exactly. I'm just a silent watcher listening to your advice and experience and inspiring to me. Thank you, Julie. July, sorry, it says July. I thought it said Julie. I do apologise. I'll never understand how sad some people are. I get people come back at me and I never trolled. Well, you hadn't. You did. You come in and said, "Why are you eating again?" Just think about how you act. Just think about how you approach people. Not like, "Oh, that's beautiful." Oh. Thank you, that's beautiful. Thank you, D-Bar, that's beautiful. At the end of the day, just think about how you speak to people, like come in and go, "Hiya, you all right? Hiya, Vicky." Not, "You were eating last time I came, you were on live last time I came in here." Well, so fucking what? You must come in at the same time. What does it matter? Honestly, people are just rude because they've got no manners. It's a difference between being dragged up and brought up. I thankfully was brought up, not dragged up, hence why I've got manners, and I would never ever treat or speak to somebody the way people come in this room and try speaking to me, and I won't put up with it because manners cost nothing. 10 seconds for listen, it's a 3-hour rule in this house, Celia. Hi, I'm good, thank you, Sarah. I didn't say that. I said last time I seen you, you were eating. No, you didn't say that. That is not what you said, Barry. Can one of the mods just find Barry's comment? Because that is not what you said, Barry. Some people haven't been taught manners. You're absolutely right there, Berkshire girl. Some people don't know the meaning of being kind. They absolutely don't, Paula. It's really sad. The perfect timing for the eyes. I'm good, thank you. I'm good, thank you. I see you. Why are people nasty? I don't understand it either. Just because they've got nothing better to do with their own lives. Hi, I'm like you. I'm grateful for what I have. It's not a lot, but I'm healthy enough. I love that. I absolutely love that. Vicky, I don't know how you cope with some people's comments. Because Justine, they're not even real people. There you go. You was on live eating your dinner last time I came, scrolled past, laughing face. How do you expect me to take that? You didn't come and say, "Hiya, Vicky. Evening, Vicky. Oh, God, Vicky, what are you eating tonight? What's for tea, Vicky?" No, just, you was on live eating your dinner last time I scrolled past, laughing face. How do you want me to take it? Who's a liar, Safa? Safa, who's a liar? Enlighten me. A typical troll, no profile picture, no followers, no following. Have a word with yourself. Do better. Honestly. You're really embarrassing. Really embarrassing. Hi, Ruben. I thank you, Juju. P.S. Barry was in at tea time yesterday, probably. Wow. Yeah. I love a bit of crispy bacon. Just trying to get my protein in, is that alright? Honestly. You must have been earlier yesterday because tonight's late. I was on a Zoom because I work me, I've got a job. Can't beat the crunch on a bit of bacon, Tina. It's the fat round the sides that's the best bit. Barry doesn't know what he said, Chantal. Well, I've got to honestly tell you, I've thoroughly enjoyed this. The most British meal I think we've had in a long time. They're ace, aren't they, Leslie? I'm done, babe. Now, is that alright that I've just told my husband that I'm done and I'm not going to clear my plate away? Is that alright, people? I'm just checking before I go and sit down. Just checking. Zor, thank you so kindly for the perfume. Thank you. Oh, it's just the nasty bus today, Ellen. I think, has it been raining in the UK? I think. Do you know what I think the issue is tonight, guys? Shall I tell you what I think the issue is? I think, let me tell you a secret. I think they've all been and seen my content that I've loaded up today. From being up at 4:30, 4:45 this morning with the most magnificent view of flamingos in front of where we live in. And then they've seen all my content that I've filmed today and put on. And it's all in a beautiful location with the sun shining. And I'm sat here looking fit as fuck. And I've got a suntan. And they're just so envious. Rather than going, do you know what, Vicky? Will you tell me how to do what you do? Because I want a bit of your life. And me going, course I will. Let's have a chat. They want to troll instead. And I don't get it. I don't get it. I'll say it again, and I say it all the time. 5.5 years ago, you didn't want my life when I was stuck in the bottom of a bottle of alcohol. But all of a sudden, when I've got my life back, and I'm smashing life, you're fucking coming for me. When are you going to understand that it does not affect me one iota, your opinion on me? The only people's opinions that matter to me is his, my son, my daughter-in-law, my two besties, Nick and Whit. Other than that, I don't give a flying shit what anybody thinks of me. If you don't like me, fuck off, not bothered. Don't waste your energy in my chat if I'm not your kind of person. Don't waste your time in my chat if I'm not your kind of person, because you're never going to get to me. Let's just evaluate the situation. Just look what you're looking at. If you're not going to do better, go somewhere else, because you're not my kind of person. You're just not. And unfortunately, all as I can do, the only thing I can do is hope that you get better soon. Because you're clearly unwell. Because you cannot possibly ever feel the need to come for somebody that's smashing life. And all as you are is jealous. It's so ugly. Do better. Sue called me, I think she called me Ricky. I get Ricky and I get Nikki and I get all bloody sorts. But yeah, honestly guys, if I'm not your person, no hard feelings, off you pop. Because I get I'm not everybody's. I get I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I 100% understand that I am not everybody's cup of tea. I get it. I totally get it. There's a lot of people on this app that aren't my cup of tea. So do you know what I do? I go, oh, that's not for me. Oh, that's not for me. Oh, I like this one. I'll just sit here for a little. Hiya. How's your day been? I love that lipstick you've got on. You're looking really smart today. Have a lovely day. I'll catch up with you later. I've dropped you a follow. Oh, that's not for me. What's hard? What's hard about that? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So don't worry, sweetheart. I've been called far worse things than that. Far worse. What's that, Sam? While you was in another live before asking for mod, and you're coming in here like that. Can you imagine that being a mod? Exactly, Joe. Just scroll past. It's not hard. So, thank you so much, beautiful. Do you know what, Trudy? This app is really toxic. I've just been on a Zoom with another creator. I've just been on a work Zoom with another creator and one of the directors that I work with. And she doesn't really know much about TikTok. And me and this other person was chatting about like what we do and blah, blah, blah. And I said like, you know, you've got, you know, you can't let a troll affect you. Like, fucking hell, mate. If you knew the half of what I've been through in my life, I swear to God, there is nothing, zero, zilch, nada, that anybody could put in this chat that would affect me. Trust me, nothing. Ever. So for me, I stay in my own lane, I do my own thing, and that's it. And if you don't like me, then go somewhere else. Don't waste your time in my chat trying to get to me because you're really not going to. I mean, just have a flick through my pictures and my videos. Just have a flick through them and just see where I've been in the last 6 months. And tell me what it is that you don't like about me. Because you seem to have a really, really, really bad issue with my lipstick, with my bingo wings. I paid fucking fortune for them. How cheeky. Because if you think you're going to get a rise out of me and you actually think that you're going to bother me, then honest to God, you're absolutely not. I don't understand it. I don't understand the mentality of it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. All as you can do is wish them well and hope that they get better soon, because it is an illness. Jealousy and hate are illnesses. I bet you could get pipped for that actually, couldn't you? Could you get pipped? Hey guys, if you're in here trolling, so you can get pipped for that, because I think it's an illness. Because I tell you what, I'd hate to be that person, me. I would absolutely hate to be that person. Sad, innit? Can you imagine waking up in the morning and choosing to be that? Can you imagine having your life? Can you imagine, right, having a life where you're constantly thinking, who can I upset today? Who can I be nasty to today? Who can I go and bitch at? Who can I go and pull apart? Who can I go and do? Can you imagine that headspace? You'd be fucked, wouldn't you? Because when Queen, big love, thank you, beautiful. Because when I get up in the morning, I choose happiness and kindness. It's not fucking hard. We all have choices. Do you know what I mean? We all have choices. Big up life of a dipstick. Thank you very much for the positivity. We'll have all the positivities. You choose what you are. Nobody makes you that way. It's what you choose. I chose to pick a drink up every morning when I woke up to get through the day. I don't choose to do that anymore. I choose to get up in the morning, look in the mirror, tell myself I'm gorgeous, and crack on with my day, living my best life. You've got the choices there, but the people that want to sit there and bitch and bully and pick on and troll and be... What is your life, man? Because do you actually look at your life and think you're fucking winning? Like, seriously think you're actually winning? Honestly. I've had my eyes open this week to trolls. I've had my eyes open. I never, ever, ever go in anybody's boxes about anything ever. Ever. And nobody on here can tell me that I have. But I will go in a box and defend one of my good friends and be there to support her like I did all day long. Because somebody who trolls other people has clearly got serious mental issues, and you need to go and get better. And this app isn't for you. I was just honest, Amanda. I was just honest. I'm just honest. And they'll support her till the houses and the dogs and the cats come home. Houses, I meant the horses. Honestly. All day long. You'll never, ever, 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 a troll will never affect me. I have tried to have so many conversations with so many people about trolls, and it just over the head, because we let them affect them. They do not affect me. I do not go to bed at night or wake up in the morning thinking about something that a troll has sent me. I just absolutely don't. Absolutely don't. I'm a silent watcher and can always say you're a breath of fresh air. Thanks, Laura. And thank you for making a comment, beautiful. I appreciate you. Thank you, Joe. Anyway, what's your plans for tomorrow, guys? Oh, I'm just going to carry on living my best life, me, Chantal. But I think other people have got an issue with that, not me. I didn't see, but you always stick up for everyone. I will stand up for people where I believe it's right. I'm not going to go gossiping about somebody, but when the facts are there, facts and figures are there in front of you, the receipts are there, I'll stand by your side all day long. All day long, and nobody will ever tell me any different. You can only feel sorry for him. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. It's their issue, not yours. Exactly, Laura. Can't remember the lady's name. You go on live. Bless her. She struggles with the trolls. Loads of people do, Trudy, but they don't me. I really felt for her. Yeah, I've spoke to her today. It's all good. Dog walk, wait for parcels. And mate, you lot put up with me. Oh, you listen, Bliss. I need to stop you right there. You don't have to make me put up with you. I choose to have you in my life. I don't put up with you. I choose to have you in my life. Please don't ever, ever underestimate what you mean to me. Ever. I choose to have you in my life. That's the difference. I really felt for it. I was like, yeah. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm really not. I'm not even going to name names. Where am I from? Alabama Bum Bang Ding Dong Doogie, I think, right now. I don't actually know where I'm from. Where my name is. I don't know where I come from. Learned a lot about handling trolls from Arvik. Well, yeah, Kai, because listen to you. And what was I telling you when we met up in Turkey the other week? Fuck, are you bothered about what? Somebody. What are you bothered about? Somebody with a fake profile, with a fake picture. Why are you bothered about what they think of you? Who even are they? They're absolutely nobodies. Nobody's. Oh, you're waiting for your cue the label parcel. Exciting. Wait a minute, I'll be right back. Okay, Jason, I'll wait. I'll cry. It's the truth. I don't put up with you. I choose to have you in my life. There's a big difference there. Don't underestimate yourself, ever. Hi, Victoria. Hi, just dealing with my ex being horrible to me. Just cut him off. Just cut him off. Just block him. Get rid of it. I appreciate you more than you know. I appreciate all my mods and all my people and every single person in this room right now. I was section 3 years ago. I'm now home and on the mend, but watching you has got me through. Rachel, I love that. And I know we have chatted. So yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. My first stern talk with Vicky. Cowards that can't show the real. Exactly. You've got a really nice eyes. Oh, thanks, Frederick. Better and show me to be strong. You can be, Rach, all day long. Hi, Miss Lucy Lou. Thanks for the advice. Anytime. Just don't let them consume your life. Just use the block button. Don't get drawn back in. It'll just be a vicious circle. Round and round and round and round and round and round and round. And it was needing the right. We would be lost without you. We absolutely would. I'm also quite enabled to think you're a big inspiration. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Big love to you. Where are we off next? I don't know. I don't know that kind of information because I just rock up. Oh, bless her. So, yeah, my head's itching. It's warm in here. Same goes for you all. You have lies, everyone that watches comments. Exactly. Thank you. You need to be silent in here. Absolutely not. Have you heard from the lady that was in hospital last night? Just wondering how she is. The lady that was in hospital last night, Trudy, you've got to give me more than that, sweetheart. I've slept, had about 75,000 Zooms, uploaded and videoed about 20 pieces of content. I've got no fucking idea who you're talking about. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Step by step, you will get there, hunch. You will. You will, Rach. Just keep every day, foot forward. Oh, Nat. No, I've not. No, I've not. In fact, I was just about to go for a wee, but she's there, so I've just requested her. I was just going to go for a wee and put you on my phone, swap over from this big rig, big. I don't think she's going to answer me. Right, where's my other phone? Where's my other phone? It's here. I'm just going to swap off this onto here, babe, that's all. Right, Nat's just ignored us. Oh, that's cold on my back. Nat's just ignored us, which doesn't mean anything. She'll be back in a minute. What I'm going to do, gang, is I'm going to literally, don't go anywhere, because I'm not going off and coming back on. I'm just swapping devices because I'm dead clever, me. Because Darren showed me everything I needed to know.
We got home
Wait.
at 11 p.m. last night.
Sorry, Tay. Wait there, Darren. Darren, how was your dinner?
Great.
Lush, wasn't it, Darren? Especially with a few dog hairs and grit off the floor. But it was
I dropped
even
it.
nicer.
So,
And it must have known it was going to happen because they only mopped and hoovered about half an hour before.
he's literally mopped and hoovered earlier, and then I dropped a piece of bacon on the floor, picked it up and put it on his plate, and somebody, when Darren had finished and I was near, said, why didn't you have that piece of bacon? Why did you give it your fella?
Who knows who had that?
What the fuck? Are you all
Did
right?
I have it or did you have it?
I don't fucking have a clue. They clearly know. I don't have a clue who had it.
Even if I didn't probably mop the floor, I'd still pick it up and put it on someone's plate. It's 5
Me
second
too.
rule, isn't it?
And you know what? If somebody says they don't, then I don't believe you.
Yeah, exactly. We've all done it.
I know.
I'm trying to get rid of a glove here. Do you want a little battle?
Fucking hell.
Well, you might win because it's not an arranged one. I'm just trying to get rid of a glove.
Why get rid of it? It'll disappear anyway.
It's
Yeah,
criminal,
but-
isn't it?
That's what you use. It's rude. Oh, she's got an 8th Street. That means she's been battling loads, and she's just
No,
come
I
up-
haven't. I swear.
No,
I
it
haven't.
show off. She shows off her, you know.
I swear I have not been battling.
Winding you up.
You were the last person I battled.
Stop being daft.
I've not even, you know, I've not even been on today.
Oh,
I don't really
good.
go on during the
Go and
day.
let us know how you get on. Go and get it sorted.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Lindsay.
Let me
Thanks,
just through the room.
Tracy.
It's not
Your
on the
first
right,
gift
eh?
is double
Go to
point.
Doc's. It's only 5 minutes away, so he's going now. Thanks, Adam.
Oh, we're a bit neck
Mute
and neck. We're a bit neck and neck.
You want to mute me? With it neck and neck.
But thank you, Leanne.
Pick up.
Shall I mute you then? We'll talk at the end. Shall
All
I
right,
mute
I'll talk to you at the end. Pick up the D-bar. Oh, she's got fighting talk. Has anybody got a glove? Is anybody in here with a glove? Anybody in here with a glove? Anybody in here with a glove? Derek, you turn his heating off before I pass out. It's so warm in here. I know I've been in the sun a lot today, but I am really, really warm. Big up Joe with a thank God it's Friday. He will get in trouble off me if he doesn't bloody well go. I'll tell you. He'll be in my bad books if he doesn't go. Thank you, Wendy, for the flame art. Thank you, everybody. If everybody could work together and tap the screen up, that would be awesome. What? If everybody could tap the screen up, that would be awesome. Everybody work together. Every single person in the house. Tap, 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 a tap, tap. Tap, a tap, 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 tap. Vicky, have a hammer and I've got a timer. You can throw your hammer down, but not your timer. Thank you, Amanda, you little legend. Has anybody got a glove? Cheers, baby. Anybody got a glove? Anybody got a glove in the house? Anybody got a glove? What's going on over there?
Come in.
Anybody got a glove? Anybody got a glove? Oh, Jacqueline. Can you drop it on the ×2, please, babe? Why should she put the timer down? I said don't put the timer down, put the glove down, put the body out, the hammer down. Never mind. Never mind, Teresa. Never mind. Never mind. Teresa, put your hammer down. Oh, I love that. That is so cute. That is so cute. I will have all the stun hammers. Right, Jacqueline's going to drop a glove on the times 3, 2, 1. Whatever we get, whatever we get, whatever we get. May You Blossom is well cute. Well cute, my mate. Oh, we've got hammers down and all sorts going on over here. Thank you, Laura. Could everybody work together, guys, on the taps? Everybody work together on the taps. Yes, Teresa. I've got the hiccups. Teresa with the bow knot. Thank you, Gorge. If everybody could work together on Teresa, we are family. Got Teresa with me. Got all the bangs going on around my head. Laura, thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody. It doesn't look like we're getting a times 2, does it? So, Jacqueline, when she drops a glove, we'll drop a glove. Okay? When they drop a glove, we'll drop a glove. Are you ready, Jacqueline? I think she might wait till the times 2. Till the last 30. Or shall we just go? Thank you for the heart, Mies. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Teresa. Well, we're going to get these 8 nuggies off her for absolutely beating us last night when it was so bloody close. Teresa, thank God it's Friday. And we're going to get these 8 nuggies off her. Payback for last night, guys. Payback for last night. Right? There's a glove going down on the last 30 seconds, right, gang? There's a glove going down on the last 30. Everybody could work together. If you're not tapping, please get that screen tapped up. Jackie's going to put a screen, what's she putting down? A glove on the 30 seconds, okay? I'm sure we can all work together. If you're not tapping, then you're bloody slacking. Right, there's a glove going down, there's a glove going down. Ooh, aye, there's a glove going down. Ooh, aye, there's a glove going down. Ooh, aye, there's a glove going down. Go, 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 go. I'm so nervous, I'm so nervous, I'm so nervous. Amanda! Go on, girl! Ah, Helen! Go on, girl! Go on, girl! Ah, the diva! With the galaxy! No! No, no, no! Oh my friggin' me jingles! Friggin' me doodahs! Friggin' me dies! Damn! Damn, damn, damn! We so nearly had it! Damn! Right, D-Bat, we love you dearly. Can you all drop the D-Bat emote in the chat? And now can you go to ER, please? That is your order. Amanda, thank you. Teresa, thank you. Adam and Helen and Laura, thank you. Joanne, Tina, Daryl, Monique, and everybody else that was here then. I appreciate you all so bloody much. I love you all. Thank you all so, 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 so much. You're amazing, the lot of you. Amazing. Right, go and do as you're told. We'll see you in a bit. I thought you were my mate. There's no mates in battles.
I didn't know it was going to happen. Even on your birthday, I said to them, like, we love Vicky in here, but for the next 5 minutes, she's not our friend, okay, in this battle.
What have you had for tea?
I had some crunchy Wotsits because they were reduced to £1.77 instead of £2.50.
That's what you had for your tea?
Oh, yeah, I haven't eaten yet.
Right, okay.
Jeff had fish fingers. He wanted 10 fish fingers, so he had 10 fish fingers.
You know what's really weird, right? We're in Greece and we've had some really random foods. Like, when you've lived in Turkey for 3 months, there's certain things that you just can't get. Like, you can't get bacon. Like, you can get it, but you'll pay.
It's expensive, isn't it? I heard you say on that
Like
line.
say like 10 rations of like what we would call American bacon. So it's not even, it's more fatty. than streaky bacon. It's more like, I call it plastic bacon.
Yeah.
It's like 14, 15 quid for like 10 slices. It's so expensive bacon.
That's ridiculous. You wouldn't even get that for a luxury, really, would you?
So even if you went and like had a breakfast, there's 2 places where we would go where you get English bacon on breakfast. But other than that, you don't. And I don't go on holiday to have English breakfast, but sometimes you just want a bacon butter.
Just fancy something, that's English.
So another thing you can't get is fish fingers. So while we've been here, Darren come back. One day he'd gone to the supermarket. I was filming some content, and he come back and he said, "Oh, what do you want for dinner?" I said, "I'm not bothered. Don't surprise me." He come back and he went, "I don't know whether I've surprised you right." And I went, "What have you brought?" And he went, "Fish fingers." I went, "Oh my God." I went, "Please tell me you've brought bread." He went, "I have." And we had fish finger butters. You know what? Honest to God, right?
Oh, I love a fish finger sandwich. I love it.
What butter? A fish finger butter. Oh my God, it was so unreal.
Do you find like do you have tomato sauce in yours?
Well, again, because when you're in Turkey, there's loads of things you can't get. So we'd ran out of tomato ketchup, salad cream, mayonnaise. We still had brown sauce. So I literally just had salt and vinegar on it. So I literally had a piece of bread with 4 fish fingers, salt and vinegar, and a piece of bread. And butter. Oh my God, it was unreal.
I've never had that before where I put salt and vinegar on it.
Why wouldn't you have salt and vinegar on fish fingers?
No, I just have loads of butter in the bread, and then just tomato sauce. You've got to have loads of butter in it where it all melts and it all
When it melts and it all runs down your hand like that, then you know it's really good butter. Yeah.
And then the butter drips on the floor, and you put your finger on the floor and you go like that, don't you? You pick it
Oh
up.
no, you can't do that because a troll will tell you that you gave it to your husband and you didn't eat it yourself.
Okay, well, maybe just lick the floor instead of putting your finger in it. That's probably
But it's weird the things when we've lived in Turkey for 3 months. It's weird the things that we miss. And it's stupid things like, I don't think I missed fish fingers last time because I couldn't even say the last time I had a fish finger. But when Darren said I've got fish fingers, I was like, oh my God, yeah, that's going to be mint.
The thing is, the big question is, were they bird's eye?
No, they weren't. They were just a Greek mate, but they were no different than bird's eye.
No different, okay.
Yeah, they were absolutely lovely. I've not had baked beans, Bliss, since we left the UK. I've not had beans. I might have had beans on a breakfast, but I've not actually had beans on anything now.
What beans do you have when you're
Branston.
in the UK? Branston. I'm a Branston girl as well. 110%. Branston.
Even though my child was the Heinz baked bean baby. Oh, that's a different story. And we had a year's supply of Heinz baked beans, baby food when my son was born. And the Wigan and the factory's like 20 minutes away from our house. I'm a Branston girl because Heinz baked beans are shit compared to what they used to be like.
I want to know this story about your son.
Oh God, right. I'll try and tell you very, very quick. So me and Colby's dad tried for about 5 years for Colby and I couldn't get pregnant. We were having to go for IVF treatment. So I literally, the month before we were going for IVF treatment, I found out I was pregnant, which was like unreal. At the time, for my sins, and I hate saying it, but I'm always honest with you, I was a Slimming World consultant and I had been for 10 years. And I used to have a woman, a reporter, who used to ring me all the time and ask me, did I have any success stories? And then she rang me, and it was probably around, Colby was born the 2nd of Jan, so we're probably now into February, March. And she's rang me and she said, oh, have you got any stories? I said, do you know what? I've not. I said, to be honest with you, I said, I've just had a baby and blah, blah, blah. And she started talking to me about it. And she was like, oh my God. She was like, I love it. She went, I can't believe that. Like, I said, like, we were saving up for IVF treatment. And then I've just randomly found out I was pregnant. She went, I could run a story with this. So next minute, she made this story, spoke to Heinz and seen if they would sponsor us. And basically, because we genuinely did like have to really cut back on everything. So they called him the baked bean baby. So there's a big article about, I've got all the papers and everything. They're actually in his loft at his house now. So I've got a box with all, he had like, do you know, like on the billboards outside the newsagents, he had like Heinz baked bean baby or something, I can't remember. And they literally sent like all this stuff to the house, and the journalist come to take pictures, and they made a bed out of Heinz baked bean tins. And they come and they did all the. Honestly, it's mad. It's mad. It was like 26 years ago now.
Yeah, but that's like a proud mummy moment, isn't
It
it?
was. It was. And Colby's like cringe, cringe, cringe. But obviously, he was only like weeks old at that point. But yeah, I was on the radio. I did magazines. Did all sorts of stuff. It was well good fun. But yeah, that was a long time ago.
Don't you think it's
Yeah.
Don't you think it's random how, like they say, what's meant for you will never pass you by? Like sometimes things are meant to happen, aren't they? Like,
She just rang me up to see if I had any success stories because it was I'm like I used to give people who had done really well losing weight, like my man of the year and my woman of the year and my couple of the year and all that. She would run stories on them, and they'd go into all the local Take a Break and all the magazines and that, and they're doing like 100 quid off it and that. And I used to speak to her quite a few months. She'd ring me up, got any stories for me? And I was like, no, I've just had a baby. She's like, oh, have you? And I was like, yeah, I never thought I was going to have a baby. And we've been trying for years and we really had to, cut back on everything. And she basically did this article that made it sound like from living on baked beans to save the money to have IVF had basically helped me to get pregnant. That was the bones of it. So yeah,
you know what's really funny is we've been in quite a few papers since Jeff had the stroke, but
why have you not got a blue tick then, Joe?
because I never applied for one on TikTok,
Why not?
because it's got to be within 6 months. It's got to be articles within 6 months, and the last one that was run, we were in magazine. I think it was Take a Break. We were in. Was it Take a Break or was it Chat? It might have been Chat magazine. The last one that they did, but that's the only magazine we've ever been in. And when I tried to get in some other magazines, the reply that I got was that our story wasn't dramatic enough. Can you believe that?
What?
Yeah, wasn't dramatic enough.
So what, his leg had to fall off as well, and then it had been dramatic.
Well, yeah, I mean, they only really run stories that they can twist and make out that's going to be relatable to people. Like this person had an affair with this person, and they created a Siamese twin or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous, and yet the way that it happened, like the stroke happened, was really dramatic, and the chance of Jeff being here were very, very slim. Like, is that not dramatic enough? Thank you, Hayley. Do you know what I mean? Like,
It's not dramatic enough. It's just to them a boring story because
they can't twist it. There's nothing they can do.
exactly. Yeah, he survived and he's thriving, and what an amazing journey it is for you both.
But if he hadn't have survived,
Oh, you not papers.
and I'd have gone off and had an affair with the neurosurgeon that saved his life, that
Or
would
the
have
neurosurgeon's mother's auntie, sister's cousin's twin girlfriend.
yeah, that would have made the magazines.
And you'd have made thousands.
Yeah,
Poetic license.
yeah.
All right,
It's,
there we go.
it's absolutely.
Yeah, it is crazy, to think what you have been through and what Jeff has been through. Right, okay. It's
You
on.
know what?
And I'm going to say that to you. That would you want to be in their magazine if that's their attitude? Because I wouldn't. Give me
The thing is, what I really wanted.
him having these slippers in his mouth.
What
You're
I
going
would
to
have loved- thank you, Mummy, for that heart, mate. What I really would have loved was to be on This Morning, and a lot of my followers wrote into This Morning and told them about our story in the earlier days. They never even got back to me. Like, they weren't interested in our story. But since then, you've seen other people on there that have had a stroke or a brain injury, or they've got aphasia like Jeff has. Like, it's okay for them to promote because they're well known. Like, you might have somebody that people you already know that's in, on social media, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's people that you already know. It's never people like ordinary people.
Fabbing it.
I want a Netflix series. I'd love to do like a day in the life, like in this house, and do it as like a Netflix series. I'd love to do something like that.
Would you really?
Yeah, because I'm very like Well, I'm like you. I'm very open and I'm quite happy to share whatever goes on. Do you know what I mean? I'm not, because to me, I just think if you don't give people all the pieces of a puzzle, you can't create a picture. So I'm very honest and very open, like, and I have filmed some very near to the mark stuff. And yes, it always gets okayed with Jeff if it gets shared. But there has been stuff that I can't share. But if you were doing like a documentary type thing, I think it would open up a lot more, if you know what I mean, that people don't see.
So why, and you have to answer this question, why is this stuff that you can't post?
Because we've had times, there's not so much now, but we've had a lot of times when Jeff's gone through the process of dealing with all his kind of anger and frustration, and he used to like literally flick as like a flick of a switch, and he would go mental, but never like physical, but verbally just lose it, if you know what I mean.
Frustration.
Not personal. It's never personal. It's never you're a this, you're a that. It's just very, like unable to control his social interactions and stuff like that. But obviously, as time's gone on, we've really helped him with that, and he now manages that really, really well. But there's still times when you can see he's going to lose it over something what I would consider to be ridiculous, but it's really important to Jeff. And because he has elements of OCD and elements of autistic behaviours as well.
Did you have this previous?
No.
No.
This is all stroke related. So if you look at I don't know a lot about autism, but I have spoken to people that
I can tell you everything you need to know about it, because he won't mind me telling you, because we do talk about it. But Darren was diagnosed back end of last year, just before we came away. Or was we just away? Either just before we came, around the time we left the UK, he got his, after 3 years, got his diagnosis.
I don't know about Darren, but the one thing I feel that is quite obviously linked in some way, it must be something to do with the part of the brain that's kind of affected and not the same as somebody who doesn't have it. Is Jeff is very concrete, so things are quite black and white. He has trouble, I don't know if Darren has, but he has trouble with flexible thinking. So
Hell yes.
so he can't relate to anyone else, or he struggles to relate to other people's opinions. Like his opinion is his opinion, and that is it. And there are other elements as well, but that is the one big element that I would say is quite similar to somebody who has autism.
They do have they have quite a rigid way of thinking, and it's like they can't always necessarily see it any other way than how they see it. And that
to communicate that, does Darren find to communicate?
That can, especially if I'm stressed, especially if I'm under pressure, especially if I've got deadlines and things that need to be done, and I ask him to set the camera up, and he's fucking and fighting about it. I'm like, just do it. And he's like, well, the sun's a bit brighter if I put it 2 centimeters that way. Does that mean I'm like, Darren, I'm not asked. I just need to film this content. And that's like, sometimes I get frustrated and I get a bit sharp with him. Yeah. And he knows I don't mean it, the same as I know that he doesn't mean. To me, it's like he's being fucking awkward. Just whack it there, it's right. But that's because I just need to get it done. And for him, he wants it to be right. But for him to do it right, sometimes it can piss an ass about with a millimetre. Do you know what I mean? Just something that's quite, to me, just put it there and it'll do. To Darren, it's got to be right. It's got to be right.
You know what? I think this is a really important conversation that we could have, like we can have it now, but I'm thinking another time. It'd be a really good important conversation, because like there's a few people in here that are saying they can really relate to it. And Lorne's saying she's smiling at our conversation as she's 100% understanding it to Darren and Jeff. Someone else has said one word: frustration. Carol's son's got autism. Like it's a really interesting topic, but I don't know enough about autism, but I do know quite a lot about obviously brain injuries.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's good to kind of like bring it together.
Yeah, I think it's like it is because it's like Darren getting a diagnosis is not going to change Darren. Darren getting a diagnosis is not going to change our dynamics. Darren getting a diagnosis is not going to change anything to do with us, our lives, or what we do. Nothing.
Yeah.
All as it's done getting him his diagnosis is making him understand why he is like he is in certain situations, and now he understands that he's not thick and he's not stupid and he's not all the things that he's always thought or been told that he is.
Yeah.
He's just got superpowers, and I love that about him, and I wouldn't change anything about him. And sometimes I get frustrated, and it's not that I'm frustrated at him, it's the situation, which it could be that I'm just trying and I can be sharp with him. And he knows I don't mean it in a malicious and nasty, any kind of way at all. It's just, he likes to do it in a certain way, and I just want it doing because I've just got to get it done. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it is hard because it's I've really challenged it. Like I've really given Jeff almost a different outlook to what he would have had if I hadn't have challenged it. So I think it's probably different with Jeff because his brain has the ability to rewire and reconnect and relearn to have those skills, whereas I'm not sure it does with autism. I think once you've got that, you've got that, and it doesn't.
Yeah, I think that once you've got it, you've got it. Like Darren is like he's improved in situations so much in the 10 years we've been together. Like the person that he was 10 years ago to what he is now, it's almost like he's really calmed me down. Like I used to be like wild.
Yeah.
And he has really calmed me down. Whereas I've really brought him out of himself. So like,
well, actually, that's a big key because people in here are saying about not being confident to do certain things, and they're camera shy and they don't like talking to people. And
Darren was like that. Darren, when we met, this is because you know Darren's got his own account and Darren goes live with Casper.
Yeah.
Darren's done a van conversion on live. Darren didn't even have social media when we met.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What do you want? What do you want here? What do you want? What do you want? Do you know what he wants? He's got his teddy because he's obsessed with me slippers. And he wants me slippers, but he's trying to give me his teddy.
Show me them slippers again. They're unusual, aren't they? They look like those things that the soldiers put on outside Buckingham Palace.
TikTok shop, they are so snuggly. And Casper loves them, and he's trying desperately to give me his teddy so that he can have one of my slippers, and it's not going to happen.
That's like Reggie. He loves a fluffy slipper.
He's got his teddy there.
I think it would be good to have those conversations.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get something sorted, yeah. Because then we could do like an hour on it and get if people want to ask questions and that. I'm sure Darren wouldn't mind as well.
Yeah, if Darren wouldn't mind doing it, because obviously I don't know about that kind of side of things, but I really would love to know.
Listening to us. He's listening, kind of. Just saying, it'd be nice if we could have like a night where maybe we could chat about it. And
I'll read all your comments in a minute, guys.
it's hard, I think. Like Darren's Darren, and I never want him to change. I always want him to be the man that I met and I married and I fell in love with, and he always will be. I think Darren just understands himself more now than he ever did before. And Darren understands why he does things in certain ways, and I understand why he does things in certain ways. He doesn't always understand the reason why I do things the way I do it, because he has to do it a certain way. Do you get what I mean? And I think because we're just so well oiled now and we just have our own things that we do, like Darren's very much routine. Casper's very much routine. Casper's now mithering his dad because Casper's been out for his last walk. What does Casper want now?
He wants to get up on the floor, doesn't he?
No, he wants his licky mat.
Oh, does he want his licky mat?
He's got his dobby ears and he wants his licky mat because Casper is very, very, very. Yeah, I think Casper's got ADHD and his dad's autistic, so it's a great combination. Because Casper is very routined with his dad. Like, I got up this morning, I couldn't sleep, I was wide awake, it was 4:45, and I saw the sun coming up, so I'm going to go down. So I wrapped up because it was freezing, and I come downstairs, and I went out to watch the sunrise, and he was like looking at me and looking upstairs because that is not my routine at all. I don't get out of bed till I've had at least 2 coffees in the morning. At least 2 coffees, debrief.
Like that.
I didn't even bring you on, you're right, I didn't. I literally don't. And I got up and I went, and Casper didn't know what to do. His head had fell off because I was outside, and then he come outside and he was sat with me, and then he was really confused because that's not the routine.
Yeah.
Like in the morning, Casper and his dad, they have their own routine, and I'm quite used to their routine now. It's just how they are. But like now, he's been out for his last walk, and he now wants his licky mat. He'll have his licky mat, and then he'll get on his bed, and that'll be him till tomorrow morning. Because that's his routine.
Funny, like dogs do get into a routine quite easy.
And he doesn't wake me up. I mean, he actually woke Darren up morning before last. He actually woke Darren up at 5:30 in the morning and wanted a wee and a poo, which is but he thinks he'd had a lot of seawater. He'd been in the sea a lot the day before, and sometimes it can make his stomach off if he drinks too much of it. Casper never gets his dad up, ever. He had him up at 5 o'clock in the morning, which is just not like him. Casper in the morning, he's not a morning person. Like Darren can get up, he can come downstairs. No, I don't want anything. He can get up, he can come downstairs, he can make a brew, he'll bring a brew back up, get back in bed, play on his phone, and Casper will still be asleep down here. And then it can get to 10, 11 o'clock, and you're like, do you want to go out for a wee, lad? And he'll like look and stretch and then think, oh, go on, then I'll go and have a wee now. Like, and yeah, their routine, I'm used to their routine. I know their routine. I know what they do. It's just how they are. Yes, I guess our lives are quite routine-y because of how Darren is.
Yeah,
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that we live the life we live with Darren being now diagnosed with autism, because it's a lot of change.
It's a change. Yeah, I was going to say it's change, isn't it? And it's not the same. It's not like being at home, is it?
No, we don't have a home. We don't have a house. Well, we do have a house.
You know what I mean? It's not like being in the UK where you might be doing certain things. But I think, I don't know, I find that it would be interesting to know more about it, because there's certain things Jeff does, like he'll line things up, or he'll do things in a certain order, or he'll get the coffee pot ready for 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and those sorts of things drive me nuts. Oh my God, they drive me nuts. But I do think the big difference.
Why 3 o'clock in an afternoon?
Whatever. It's just getting that sort of thing you do when you're 70, innit? You get like, you have a cup of tea at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon with a scone or something.
See, Danny's just said, no, that's because it's something that you do every day, so you just do it so you don't have to do it later.
Yeah, but that's why Jeff does it. But I see it as like an anal thing. I see it as really anal. It's like, oh my God, stop it.
I mean, what happens when you wake up in the morning, you come downstairs and your tablets are laid out, your patches are laid out, your lipstick and your lip liner's laid out, your bottle of water's laid out, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, I'm 52, love, not fucking 192. But he does it because he really genuinely like if I go upstairs now, my pajamas will be laid out on the bed for me.
He's not like that. He doesn't do that.
Yeah, my pajamas will be laid out on the bed for me, because that's what he does every night. He lies my pajamas out on the bed for me. Like, there's certain things that he does.
How do you know that that's not Darren anyway? Because there might be men or women that might do that for their partners. Like Molly's just said, Jeff's obsessed with the dishwasher. Yes, he is, but he always was obsessed with the dishwasher. It's just that now he gets more obsessed. So if you go on holiday, I have to talk to him in the car on the way back and say to him, you are not going straight in that dishwasher the minute you get in, because normally that's what he does. He'll walk straight in, he'll open the dishwasher to check whether the girls have stacked it properly. And then it causes an argument because the plate's not in the right place, or a spoon's not in the right slot, or like, so it drives me mad. So I have to tell him to not do that in advance, otherwise he'll go and do it. It's really, it's really irritating. But I think with Jeff, it's like I said, it's different because the brain can change and it can adapt, and it has changed and it has adapted. But I think we've just had some really near to the mark stuff that I would not show to protect Jeff's dignity, because I think it's not fair. It wouldn't be fair.
Darren's just asked the question, did he have these traits before? I just asked Joe that and no, he didn't.
Thank you, Tracy.
Everything
I
was
mean,
the same injury.
yeah, he wasn't particularly sort of like, he was quite routine. Jeff's always very much like, don't put off to tomorrow what you can do today. That's how Jeff is, and he's still like that now. Thank you, Tish. And he's very sort of like, when he used to go to work, if he had his day plans and then work messaged him and said, I need you to go here, and that wasn't on his plan, like he couldn't, it's not like he couldn't cope with it, but
He just said, no, don't. Like he said,
Yeah.
fall.
that's what I mean. So, like, really, everything that Jeff displays now is everything that Jeff ever was, but it's just a bit more magnified, or quite a lot more magnified now.
He might have already had trait. He might have done, I don't know. Like, I genuinely, and I've been talking to some people in my team about this the last few weeks, like, I genuinely believe I've got ADHD. The more I'm getting older and the more things I'm doing and the more things I'm watching and reading and da-da-da-da, I do think I've got ADHD. I really do. I really do think I've got ADHD. I'd known Darren before we met a new Darren, but I never knew Darren as being, I think he's autistic or out like that. Never for years did I think he were. And it was only really when his brother got diagnosed, I had a lot of involvement. He's got an older brother. David's 3 years older than us, and I'm David's appointee. I got David's diagnosis. David's got the best life ever now, living his best life. He owns an apartment. He has carers that go in. He's absolutely living his best life, is David now. And then Darren started questioning himself. They've got a younger brother who's not diagnosed but is. At least one of the parents 100% is. And then he started questioning himself and thinking like why he does certain and we just said, let's just get a diagnosis. What does it matter? You're still my D.
Yeah.
Different. You just make.
I think
You might
as
just
a
make. He
couple-
understands himself more. He understands
think-
why he does them things now.
I think that's the key thing, because it can really affect your mental health if you're questioning yourself day in and day out, like, why am I like this? Because if you've been like it for years, but you're a little bit different to everybody else, like, you wonder if that's just you or whether it's actually something organic going on that is not you, but it is you, if you know what I mean. Thank you, Janie. And I think
He's mad. He's mad because, like, he's no different now to what he was when we met. In fact, he's a lot more. He's a lot more out of himself than what he was. But I'm also a lot quieter than what I was. Like, people used to say, you're really good for each other. Like, you bring him out and he brings you down. He doesn't. You're not as high as what you used to be all the time. You're a lot calmer, than he's a lot more out of his shell and that. But yeah, like he's got a heart of gold and he'll do absolutely anything for me, like anything. But the things that he does are like, I know if I go upstairs and I'll put pajamas on the bed. I know when I say, right, I'm going up and I'll go for a wee, he'll go upstairs, he'll put my hot water bottle in the bed for me. Like, he'll make sure there's a bottle of water next to the bed for me. He'll make sure my charger's next to the bed for me. Like, I don't have to do it because it's just done, because that's just what he does. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, but don't forget, he'll also eat the shitty, hairy, gritty bacon off the floor for you as well.
Got the dog hairs on it, even though he cleaned the floor up earlier. But do you know what? For me, it doesn't matter with or without a diagnosis. He's my D, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. But he now understands himself more. And he now understands why he does the things that he does. And it's very rare that you'll hear that we fell out. Like, sometimes I know I can be a bit sharp, but I think sometimes that's pressure that I put on myself because of situations and work
Yeah.
anything, trying to get content out for when it needs to be out for brands and
yeah.
just all sorts of stuff. And I can be quite like frustrated because I'm trying to do a piece of content that I can't do, or it's not right. And he's fucking about with a light.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just hold the light. And I don't mean it like nastily, it's more just hold the light, just hold it still. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think there's an element of that being a man thing as well, though, that kind of thing? Because I remember years ago, my dad was helping my then husband at the time decorate my lounge, and I wanted some wallpaper on the walls. And me and my mum went out for the whole day with the kids. And thank you, Janie. And literally, as women, I just assumed that it was only half a wall, so I assumed it wouldn't take obviously too long to do a very small living room. I came back, there wasn't one sheet of like paper up on the walls because they'd literally spent the whole time working out how they were going to do it. Like, I'm not joking you, honestly. And Jeff will get a job done, but he's always been the sort of person that he'll look at it for half an hour before he actually does anything, whereas I would just dive straight in, try and do it straight away, and I'll probably get it wrong, but I'm doing something. I can't stand wasting time.
I'm like that. I can't stand wasting time. I've got no patience, and I make no secret of it. I've got no patience.
I've got patience, but I just can't. Yeah, I just have to be doing.
No, I've not got any patience. I'm terrible.
Yeah, Ian was saying in here, men are more kind of like planners, like they're more kind of preparing and planning, whereas we tend to, I don't look at the instructions, I just go, I know, fuck it, I know what I'm doing, I'll just go straight in.
I mean, a prime example is the trip home. So we are leaving, obviously we left Turkey, we've stayed here for 2 weeks, we're obviously heading back home over the next couple of weeks. To me, I know when we're on the ferry, I know when the dog is at the vet, because you have to have your dog, has to have had its worming done 24 hours to 4 days before you get on the ferry. So Casper goes to the same place in Germany and he gets his worming done there, usually 24, 36 hours before we get over to the ferry. So, like, I know the way we're going and I don't care where we're going, how we do and where we go or anything. The only thing is we need to make sure that we're through Serbia in a day. That's it. It's the only stipulation I've got in the next 1,500 miles is get through Serbia in a day, because I have a terrible issue with it. Long story. Anyway, we use an app called Park for Nights, and that's what we've used, and we're probably doing pretty much the same route we've done for the last 3 years anyway, so we more or less know where we're going to stay. So Darren yesterday, it took him all day, 4, 5, 6 hours of working out how he was going to go, what day he was going to do what, where we were going to go, where we were going to park up. Now, normally when we're on our way, he'll go find us somewhere about half an hour. So I go on my phone, I go on to Park for Nights, I look, I go, that looks all right, let's go there. Right, yeah, come off at the next junction, turn left, and we get there, and I go, oh no, I don't like it here, let's go to the next one. Yeah, just go down this road, 2 miles, turn right, and there's another one there. Oh yeah, oh no, this is nice, we'll stay here. That's how we do it. And that's how we've done it for the 5 years we've been travelling, like van life. No, Darren yesterday has got where we're going to be at what day, exactly where. I mean, there might be 20 places within a 2 mile radius where you can park up, but Darren's chose the one we're going to. But if we get to that one and it's not right, then what do we do?
Well, will he change though? Can he flexibly change, or will that stress him out?
Do you know what? One of the only stipulations, which is an absolute no-negotiable part of it, is if we rock up to a park up and one of us isn't 100%, then we go. And that is a non-negotiable. It's very rare it happens. It's happened when we've got somewhere and we've both gone, and he's gone, nah, come on, let's try somewhere else. We've gone somewhere. It's very, very, very rare that we've ever actually got somewhere and one of us has been all right and one of us hasn't. We usually both have the same feeling, but that's a non-negotiable. So if we get somewhere and it's not right because it's not enough off the road, or it's just a dirt track at the end of a farmer's field, or it's not a proper, whatever it might be, then we'll go somewhere else. But then Darren struggles, like,
The thing is, I haven't picked places that we are going to stop at. I've just picked on the road.
That we've already stayed at previously. Yeah, because you want to go to the monk's place and you want to go to this. We're not going to Hungary now, we're going a different way.
I've picked places where we've been before. I haven't picked anywhere in particular, just a rough general vicinity, because otherwise we're not going to go.
It does his head in. Did you hear what he said? Could you hear what he was saying? So he's picked the general vicinity as where we're going. Huh? That's what?
Not going to get here back.
No, but you've already decided. No, maybe not the time, but you know where we're going to be and how many hours you're going to be driving for and how many miles you've got to do that day. Roughly. He drives himself mad with it. So he just tries not to.
What we call it.
Self-sabotage.
I'm not sabotaging himself by not being specific.
He's a lot better. That's what I mean. Like, he's a lot better than he used to be. Like, he's a lot better than he used to be.
Yeah.
But just there's all sorts of things that he does, and like I don't know. I can't. I'm trying to just think of an example because it's just our life now, and I just know that that's how he is. So I just let him go with it. But yeah, he's very. Yeah, it's like if we have stayed at a park up before. And we're going near that area again. He wants to go to that park up because he knows that that's all right. He doesn't want to go and have a look at any of the others. We'll just go there, and then he'll get that in his head, and then he gets fixated on that. And then I'm like, well, can we not just go and have a look at this one? Because I sometimes challenge him.
Thank you very much.
Just to challenge him.
Yeah.
He can think differently, to make his brain try and think differently.
Yeah, see someone else's like opinion on something, because it's hard, but it is hard because it's like when you're in the middle of an argument. I don't even know why I do it really, but if we have an argument and I'm trying to tell Jeff that he's, I say he's wrong, but is he wrong? Because we all have different opinions, but in my eyes he's wrong and that shouldn't have happened, or we should have approached it differently. You can't get anywhere, but then before the brain injury you wouldn't have got anywhere anyway, because you're in the middle of an argument. So when someone's pissed you off, you're not going to see their point of view. Even if you know they're right, you're still going to stick your heels in and say no, you're not. So some of it is hard because I'm the sort of person that wants to go and I want to sort it out. I just want to sort it out there and then. And Jeff's the sort of person that would have, if it was really bad argument, not that it happened very often, but he would have had to go out for a walk or just have a bit of him time and give it a couple of hours before like he said anything. Whereas in that time, I'm like chewing my nails because I need to sort it out now. So like we're very different like that.
We're very different, but the other way around.
Yeah.
Like if I see my ass, then just leave me alone. Just leave me alone because I need to calm myself down. I need you to just go and do whatever you want to go and do, but don't be in my area. Don't be in my space. I need my time. I'm going to go and sit outside. I'm going to have myself a cup of coffee and I'm going to chill, okay? But I don't want to talk to you right now, but he wants to sort, and I can't because my head's gone at that point. It's very rare, and honestly, I'm not just saying this. It's very rare where we actually have an argument. It is so rare.
Yeah.
It's unreal because we just don't.
No, and that's the thing, isn't it? That's when I suppose you've got that good sort of solid relationship, because we never used to really argue much at all. And if we did, it was only really a difference of opinion about the kids, because Jeff is he's the kid's stepdad. So, you know, being a step parent is hard enough in itself. Isn't it? You'll know that. But
he's called his stepdad, yeah.
Yeah. So you understand that it is hard in itself, and then you chuck brain injury into the mix on top of that, and you're like, fucking hell, you're in a totally different world.
It's a completely different world. But yeah, it is mad. Like for me, when he got the diagnosis, it's made absolutely no difference to me. I mean, I would just take the mix sometimes. I do. He'll go, that's because of my disability, and he starts laughing like, we'll just take the mic because it's nothing. He's still my D, and he always will be. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think it helps you And it probably gives you a little bit more insight, like because you're on social media as well, like your ears prick up a little bit more, maybe listen to other people's experiences of autism because you've now got that diagnosis, so you're a little bit more connected to it and it's more relative to you. So it helps you probably understand.
With David in our lives, and like I always say, like Colby can sort himself out, Darren can sort himself out. As long as my David's all right, then everybody else is all right. As long as David, because David is my priority. Because when Darren asked me to try and help him to get some help to get David out of the situation that he was in and get him a diagnosis and blah blah blah. David was 47 when he was diagnosed with autism and a learning disability. And he literally, honestly, that man has changed so much. And I am very proud to say that I am responsible for David's lifestyle now. Like, I fought in front of a panel for David was not being given 15 minutes care in the morning, 15 minutes, I don't know what package, how many hours is he entitled to, and blah, blah, blah. And I fought that, like really fought that, and got David the package that David has now got so that David can live in the community. David has got he has got a say in the world. He is a human being. He isn't just some feral thing that lives in a bedroom. He's an actual person, and he has a life now, and he has a bloody good life, and I'm very responsible for all of that. And I'm very proud that I'm responsible for that. So I do take it very, very seriously about taking David away from the situation that he was in and making his life so much better. And anybody that knows me in real life will know what David means to me. He will know, anybody does, because David is like, I'd do more for David than I would for Darren and Colby, and that sounds really bad. But I would, because he is literally, he's older than us, but he's my responsibility, and I take that responsibility. And when I say it's my responsibility, like I would never go, like I could go on his banking. I went on his banking earlier today to check his banking. I go on it once every couple of weeks, and it's just because he's got a card that works. He doesn't know how the money gets there. He doesn't know what he does with it. He doesn't know anything about it. But he has a card that works when he goes anywhere. He doesn't understand how all his bills get paid because I just do. Remind me tomorrow we need to. I was meant to do it in January. I've had a reminder today. It's just reminding me. He needs a water reading. I've just remembered again. So I deal with everything to do with David. I deal with everything from his carers hours to hospital appointments to anything. David lives his life quite freely now with support in the community, which is amazing. And I just wish that there was a lot more people in the world like me that did that for people like David more, because a lot of the autistic community, especially around where we live, a lot of them are just kind of just been left to their own devices. And
yeah, but I think a lot of people don't, it's the trouble is you've got to fight so hard for things, and a lot of people either can't or don't have that support, or don't have that knowledge or the patience or the will. Like there's so many people that don't.
It took me years to fight for David. It took me years to fight for him and to get what he deserved. That man wasn't known. That man wasn't known. Nobody knew who he was. He was just a number on a bloody. He never went to the doctors. He never went to the dentist. He never went to anything and nothing. And it's as if he literally like left school and fell off the face of the earth, and nobody ever asked anything about him again. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, who's this David McFarlane? Oh, who's this David McFarlane? It was bizarre behaviour, bizarre. I mean, the situation he was in has a lot to do with it, but thankfully now he's living a very independent. He has a better social life than us. He's here that he has something on every day, every couple of days. He has again. He's autistic. He has a schedule, and that's it. You can't say to David, David, I'll nip round on Tuesday. Oh, I can't. You can't come Tuesday. I'm at Green Crew. I'm like, well, yeah, but that's in the day. I'll see you on Tuesday night. Yeah, but I'm at Green Crew. You can't come on Tuesday. And you're like, no, David, it's at night time, but he can't, because on a Tuesday, that's what he does. So,
can't cope with
and you've also got the learning disability side of David as well. So it's not just his autism. David's got a learning disability as well, and the two together can be quite challenging.
What is it that makes him more vulnerable? Is it the learning disability or the autism?
Ooh, what would you say? What would you say makes David more vulnerable? His autism or his his learning disability, in it? His learning disability would make
Because
him more vulnerable.
when I say that, because obviously it depends where people are on the spectrum, but I know a friend of mine she had 6 children and the last one was really severely autistic. And he went to a special school. He couldn't go to a state school,
Darren did, Casper did. David did. So David went to special school and the younger brother went to special school. Darren's the middle brother and he went to mainstream. However, I'm laughing because he tells everybody this. He was in the remedial class and he said, I don't know why it wrote out on the pavement in big letters remedial where we all had to stand up. He said, and we couldn't even spell what our class was called.
That's so bad though, isn't it, when they call it that? I remember it being
But
terrible.
he would say, I was in the remedials. I mean, it's a terrible word.
I
Dreadful
don't even
word.
like special, when you say special school, special needs, I don't like it. I don't.
And it's like when I taught, I mean, how old are you, Joe?
I'm nearly 54.
Right, so there's not much. I'm thinking I was 52 last week, so there's not much between us. But so when I was at school, we had a remedial. Ours was called the unit.
Yeah.
Like we'd say the things that we would say as children.
I know.
Because the unit used to make flapjacks and shortbreads in a morning. And at morning break, you could go. I can't even tell. I'm not going to say the word that we used to use. We're going to go to the unit to go and get our flapjacks or our shortbreads, whatever it was we were going to go and get. And they used to make them in the morning for morning break. But it was actually called the unit. I'm sorry, how was that allowed?
Yeah.
Because that is an awful thing.
Oh, it's
to
terrible
think
when you
that
look back.
Who are the same
look
age as
back.
you, who aren't as clever as you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, it's not even that long ago. Like when my daughter was at school and she was in a class and I can't remember what lesson it was now, but there was a woman in there that was just awful. The teacher was awful. And she actually said, I mean, she's only 23, so she only left school like 7 years ago. And I think she was 15 at the time. And the teacher was trying to organise the classroom. And she stood there with a ruler and she was pointing to them and she went, right, smart, stupid, smart, stupid, smart, stupid. So splitting them into smart and stupid, I went absolutely ballistic. I think she actually got sacked and lost her job because I went to parents' evening and she was sat there next to the head of that department. And I'd already spoken to the head of that department about it and I actually went mental. I thought, oh my God. I mean, years ago, maybe you might have got away with that years ago and we might not have thought too much of it.
Well, you would, because when you think, like, oh, I'm in the remedial, you wouldn't call somebody that was less education-related or whatever you want to call it than yourself.
Related.
A remedial. It's an awful word to use.
Yeah, it is.
So how on earth why would you call a class of people the remedials? It's an awful word to use.
But it was just a word that we used then, wasn't it? It was just a normal word. You didn't think anything.
When I think back to what we used to call the unit and the people that went to it, that was in the unit.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Honestly, I couldn't figure it.
I know. It's awful.
But it was just literally that's just what it was then. And it's like, I don't talk about my ex-husband very much. It leaves a very bitter taste in my mouth. But he was left-handed. He is 9 years older than me, so he would be 60 something now, whatever it is. I don't even know. But basically, because he was left-handed, he was made to sit on his left hand and forced to write with his right hand. Now that isn't that long ago.
Right. It's terrible.
He was made to sit on his left hand and they made him write with his right hand because he was left-handed. And if he didn't, and he was caught, he'd get the ruler whacked across his knuckles. I mean, if I got hold of him now, I'd whack the fucking ruler around his head a few hundred times. No. Anyway, that's a different story. But yeah, if he was caught writing with his left hand, he'd get his knuckles rattled with the ruler.
And it was seen more as a disability, wasn't it, if you were left-handed? So it was like they were forcing you to use your right hand because that's not normal. But it's honestly the things that used to go on that we considered okay, we never questioned. I never questioned that. I can remember teachers. I remember being at school. I always remember this. I don't remember loads, but I remember this kid that used to be in our class. And he didn't even really do anything that bad, but we had this maths teacher called Mr. Safi, and he was only little. And this boy must have been messing about one day. He picked him up. He literally picked him up, turned him upside down, and swung him by his ankles, like in the front of everybody in the classroom. And I thought to myself, like, then it was funny, like we laughed, but it's always stuck in my mind because obviously I know now that that was so wrong and you couldn't get away with that now. But it's absolutely disgusting. He would lock people in the cupboard for being naughty and stuff. Like, it was awful. Like I can't remember what my kids, when my kids were at school, they had a block, a bit like you were describing. They had a block where the people that weren't so good in class would go over into this block, but I can't remember what the block was called.
Ours was called the unit, Darren's was called the remedials.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Hi, Mum.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
so
terrible.
it's terrible because it really separates society, doesn't it? Like, and that's why I don't like
hang
it.
on. Darren said, yeah, but there was 1 and 2. Was one worse than the other? He's laughing here. Did you hear what he said?
What would you say?
He said as he was laughing, some were just more remedial than the other.
So was ones or twos more remedial?
Which one was the more remedial? One. Which one were you in? One. He's laughing at you. Honestly, he can't even remember. Honestly, he does. He laughs. But yeah, well, we don't. Like. I never pull him up about it, and to me, it's just Darren. It's just how he is.
Yeah.
He doesn't think like me, but I don't think like you, and you don't think like her, and she don't think. We all think differently. It doesn't mean it's right and it's wrong. It's just different, and we are just different, and that's all right.
I think society teaches us that it's wrong to be different. I think that's the problem. It's a bit like when we you're raised, aren't you, to have cereal or toast for breakfast, but actually if you go to Italy or Spain or anywhere like that, they'll have hams and meats and fruits and all of that kind of thing. And when you go on holiday, that's normal, but you wouldn't do it here. Some people might, but in general, like, we still stick to the good old cereal and toast, don't we, in the morning? It's like, you have to.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
You wouldn't have sausages and mash up for breakfast, would you? But why is that? It's because we've been conditioned that sausage and mash is for dinner, isn't it? Like, it's just how we're conditioned. It's what society says we do.
It's weird. It's weird how we are. It is. And I do believe that we are all different. I am very intrigued to get a bit deeper in this with you and Jeff. More the fact of how since his injury, Jeff's condition has given autistic traits out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I find that fascinating.
Yeah, and it'd be good.
Is that part of his brain that is the same part that an autistic person's part is autistic? Does that make sense?
I don't know what part of the brain makes somebody more likely to have autism. I'm not sure, but all I know with Jeff is that because he's got a massive amount of brain damage, but his frontal lobe is damaged. So the frontal lobe makes you who you are. So it's like the chief executive of your brain. It makes you think, feel, behave, all of those things. It makes you your personality. So without that, you would be nothing. It makes you the individual, makes you different from Darren, and everybody else is different.
Yeah, Kai's in the chat. Kai's medical. He's one of my friends.
Yeah.
Frontal and temporal.
Yeah.
Is that two parts of the brain?
Yes, that's different parts of the brain.
Right.
So the frontal lobe is where your filter is. It's where your social
Darren hasn't got one of them. And David
Right, so
definitely doesn't have one of them. David,
yeah,
listen, I could make your toes curl at some of the situations David's got me in
yeah.
and the things that have come out of his mouth. And honestly, I've wanted the floor to open up and swallow me.
See,
David
Jeff lost his
has
filter. He did lose his filter when he had the stroke, but he is pretty good now. The only thing I'd say about Jeff now is that he swears a lot, but he always did swear a lot. He always swore a lot. But the difference with Jeff now is that he doesn't know when it's appropriate and when it's not appropriate to swear. So he could meet the king and shake his hands, and if he drops out on the floor, he'd go, fucking hell, like, you know, like he just would, because that's just who he is. And he'll be in a supermarket and there might be kids around and he'll still swear. But Jeff wouldn't have done that before, obviously, but now that's the only difference I would say now.
Both are responsible for different behaviours. All right, okay. Yeah,
But I think what
find it
we should
interesting.
do is definitely do a night or an hour like of a night where we talk about it, because I think lots of people would be interested in it and have lots of things in common, and it might help a lot of people.
Definitely will. Definitely will. Yeah, right. And this is the most randomest question that I'm going to ask you right now, because I've got absolutely no idea in the world where you live. But are you anywhere near Gatwick Airport?
No, we're about 2 hours away from Gatwick Airport.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know if that's the thing that I just asked you then. I know it was really random. It's just
yeah.
happened in a couple of weeks, that's all. And I was just literally like, wondering
Yeah,
when
I don't know how many miles it is from us, but yeah, it's definitely probably about hour and 40 to
Right.
to
Okay. Right, well,
yeah.
it's been lovely as always.
Yeah, thank you.
In a bit.
Yes,
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
yeah, Angie, I'll catch up with you maybe tomorrow.
See you later.
All right then.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was an interesting conversation, wasn't it? Thank you, Ruth, for all the shares. That was a very interesting conversation, wasn't it, guys? Very interesting. Isn't it mad though how I never realised that there would be similarities. I can't say that word. Similarities between a brain injury and autism. And there definitely is. Very interesting and insightful, especially when so many can relate. Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, do you know what interested me? The fact that she said, "Do you want to put the heating back on?" No, she didn't say that. I want to put my jacket. I've just gone really cold. Do you know what I found really fascinating? The fact that Jeff didn't have them tendencies before. Thank you for the heart, May. He didn't have them tendencies before, but he's got them now. And it makes you wonder whether he did actually have them before, but they just weren't as severe. I don't know if severe is the right... Severe. Oh, I'm tired, guys. Can you tell I'm tired? I've been up since early. I'm tired. Whether they were just not as severe previously to what they are now. Do you get what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying? Did he have them tendencies before, but they just were suppressed and they weren't really there? But since his brain injury, it's just become more prominent. I'd say they weren't as prominent. That's exactly what I just said then. Snap, Chelsea, snap. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Did he already have them? But he just suppressed them, maybe. I've always wondered about him, but I wasn't too sure myself. But I do get where you're coming from. Yeah, you don't look out look out for it, but I would guess from working with brain injury, it comes out since, yeah, same with SDHD. That part of the brain struggles, no, Of course he didn't. She said he always swore. Yeah. Yeah, she said he always swore, and she said he always had the obsession with the dishwasher. But it does make you wonder whether he might have had a bit. You've got to remember, right, guys? You've got to remember, and I remember this not with Darren, but with David's diagnosis. I was there with him when they diagnosed him, and they said that the spectrum is huge, and you can be here on the spectrum, be autistic, and then you can be all the way over here on the spectrum and be autistic, because autism is such a huge scale. So they don't have Asperger's, because what I found really strange is David was diagnosed about before COVID, 5 years plus ago. David was diagnosed with COVID. David was diagnosed with his, and that's when they told me that the scale was huge, and you can be autistic here and all the way to here and everything in between. Now, when I need to remember which one's my husband and which one's my brother-in-law. When Darren was diagnosed, which was around, when was it? September, October time. When did we have that appointment?
Aw.
I don't know who this is.
I know I've requested you like 3 times and I never do that, but it's
You know what? I've
because
been talking, I've been chatting.
I'm in the motorhome and I was like, I don't know if Vicky's in her motorhome, but I'm in mine, so I want to see if she's in hers. But you're not, are ya?
They're in Greece.
I know, because I know you were in Turkey, weren't you?
Yeah, we left Turkey 2 weeks ago because we'd done our
Yeah, and then
night.
I see you travelling, and then I didn't know where you'd gone after that.
We're in an amazing villa in Greece that we've been in for 2 weeks. But Sunday we leave here. So we're heading back to the UK. We've got to be back in the UK by April. So we're heading our way back up. So where are you at?
I'm in an industrial state on my own outside my race teams.
Why?
Who is it?
So I do motor racing. I'll just quickly
Right.
show you. I do motor racing. So I literally today have towed. There's a bit of a story about it. It's on my wall. I won't go into it. It's a bit of an emotional one. I have where's the sticker guy? I have literally towed my dad's race car, basically. I'm just finding it so I can quickly show you. So I'm used to towing, but not in the motorhome.
Oh my God. So you've towed that on the back of the motorhome?
Yeah, and we've got it's a 6-berth motorhome and
Yeah.
a trailer with a race car on the back.
Oh my God, I love it.
So I've towed before on a pickup truck, but not on my motorhome.
And
So I was pretty scared. But I got it. I only had to go in a straight line. I was like, once I got here, I was like, guys, if you're going to expect me to like reverse it and park it and put it in this little nook and cranny, then
get it?
like I can do it in the motorhome, but not with a bloody trailer on the back.
No. So you're
Yeah.
there on your own?
Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
I've like hooked the seat belts round the door handle and into the sockets.
God's sake.
I'm all right. I'm outside my race team, so I'll be fine.
You'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine.
No, I've got the alarm on in the front part as well. What motorhome have you got?
Well, we've got a Bailey Adamo 2024.
Oh, they're like the A class, aren't they?
Oh, I think I've got a clue where it is. I don't even know.
Like you get like different classes. Like this is an Eldest 196. So it's like a 6-berth, but there's like stages. Mine's like in the stage below.
Ours was a 4-berth. Ours is a 4-berth, but ours was up for sale. We had a load of messing about with it, a load of time wasters. Then we put it in to do a raffle. Then everybody was going to help me. There was all these content creators that were all going to help, and none of them did. It was just a fucking nightmare. And then it didn't sell enough tickets. I mean, to be fair, the girl who won it was absolutely thrown to bits because she got 11 grand's worth of cash for a £10 ticket.
Yeah.
She got 11 grand. She was absolutely buzzing.
Wow.
So then we stuck with it. So the motorhome has been in storage in Yorkshire for
Yeah.
since October, and we're in a motor in the camper. So, but because we sold our caravan at the end of the season because we were having work done at the campsite, we said, well, we'll just sell it because we're going to get a new one anyway. But now we're coming back and we've not really got anything to move into because I want to go and have a look round at caravans because I don't know what caravan I want. So we're going to have to come back and move into the motorhome for a couple of weeks or a month or so until we can find the caravan that I want, and then move into the caravan and then sell the motorhome. It's a bit of a long-winded.
You prefer the caravan then because you've got the vehicle.
So the caravan will just stay on site, so that it'll stay there
Right.
for the whole season. So when we leave in October, the van will just stay there, and then it'll come back. We'll come back with it. Then we'll be back next year. So because that's what we do. We do 6 months traveling and 6 months in the UK on the campsite. But we've got the camper. We've got the camper now, and we love the camper. We love the fact that we can get places quicker. We can get down to places that we've not been able to get to before. It's going to be interesting going home because we're going to be going to different places that we've ever been to before. So that's going to be interesting. So yeah, it's just completely different being in a camper van to a motorhome. Completely different. Completely.
Yeah.
Like I've not got the home comforts of the
Yeah.
motorhome. But I do absolutely love the coziness and the snuggliness of the camper. So it's got a lot of pros and cons. It's worlds apart. It's like somebody said to me,
It's nice though.
say again.
Yes, you. It's nice because you've tried everything and you've got different
It is.
things for different what you want to do. It honestly,
The motorhome was absolutely perfect for what we did. We moved out of a 4-bedroom house into a motorhome, and it was amazing. And we had 2 amazing years in it. And now we want to buy a bigger, better caravan to live in on site and have our day van to go off for a few days here, there and everywhere all over the country. We can get there quicker. We can spend more time there because when you're driving from the UK to Turkey in a motorhome, you can't go over 50 mile an hour because it starts rattling. It's just not cost effective. There's loads of reasons why you can't. So it takes you another third of a time longer to get there. There's places where you want to go and you can't get there in a motorhome. You just can't get your motorhome around to them places. If you are somebody who likes to go on campsites, then a motorhome's great. If you are somebody who likes to wild camp like we do, then a camper van's better for that. So there's a lot of pros and cons, and there is no right and wrong. Like, I'm not going to say, oh God, I'm so glad to see the back of the motorhome because it was X, Y, and Z. No, it was amazing. We absolutely fucking loved it. But now I'm over the motorhome and I'm quite happy with the camper. It's a completely different way of living.
Yeah, and it's nice though that so before I got this, so it's long story short, I used to race with my dad. Me, my brother and my dad all used to race. Sadly, I lost my dad and it was on the racetrack.
Oh shit.
So yeah, racing is a massive. I've got a disability as well, so it's really important that I keep doing it. It was like there's a little documentary, like I'll give it a little share to you because it talks about like the racing and stuff. So I have to, like, it's my dad's race car that's on the back. I'm going to drive it tomorrow for the first time, and obviously like he passed away in it, so it's a massive thing for me. But I've got to do it because I'm having issues with my race car because it's been adapted for me, but I'm slowing it. And I used to be like, I'm the only girl, and I used to do really well. Thank you for the heart, me. I used to do really well, so I've taken a step back and it's really affected me. But because I used to do the racing with my dad, we used to go and stay in like Premier Inns and stuff. It was always a Premier Inn. He used to tow one of the cars, and we've done like motorhome holidays around America and stuff, and absolutely loved it. Like we've done like 3 different trips around America in motorhomes, and I used to be like, oh Dad, it'd be great if we had a motorhome. And the day before it happened, he was like, sell your American truck and sell this and get a motorhome and go and do it if you want to do it. So obviously, as soon as that happened, I didn't want to stay in those same hotels and be the same, and my mum be in a room and me be in a room. Like it was just, hi Shelley babe. Do you know what I mean? So I've done it, and this, like, I got this from inheritance. So it's a big story, isn't it? Like, I don't want to get upset, but it's weird because I love the racing, but obviously it's got such a big cloud over it. But at the same time, it's like in this documentary talks about me, it changed my life. So, and the motorhome, like he said to me the day before, go and get a motorhome. So here I am. But I love it. It's so cozy, and Like, you know what it's like when you're in and you shut all the things down and it's all warm and you got your bed and it's like, it's home from home wherever you go, isn't it?
It is, yeah, exactly. It is.
Yeah.
It is, and I think like for us when we moved out of our house and we moved into a motorhome, it was a bit like, oh my God, this is like so huge. Like, but we had so
Yeah.
much stuff, but it's like everything we had was stuff. And what we've realised, this is like our 4th year we're coming into now, we're doing this. This is like stuff is stuff, but like
Yeah.
what we've done in the last 3.5 years have made so many memories that, like, if I died tomorrow, nobody could ever say I didn't live my best life.
No, exactly.
Nobody could ever
It
say.
is, when I watch you, I'm like, when I see you on the road and stuff, I'm like, like, it's just so nice. And I never, because I don't often stay in campsites, I obviously stay at the circuit. I need to do more and go and use it in other times, but racing just takes over. I do it like every 3 to 4 weeks. So I only see a lot of circuits. I stay in the circuits, but like a couple of times when I first like hired them and stuff, we stayed in some because the drives were a bit long. And my mum won't drive it. It's just up today I'm on my own, but she used to come all the time. But we stopped at some campsites and stuff, and they're amazing. Like some we've been to have got like little craft, like little like on-site craft fair, like studios, and like they're just, and they're beautiful,
It is.
literally.
You'll have to come up to us. You'll have to have a drive. Where are you? Where are you based?
I'm based normally in Hertfordshire,
Right. Okay.
but I travel, like obviously with the racing, I travel everywhere.
See, where are you? So, right, so
Um,
you literally go all over the country.
Yeah, I go to Wales, I go down towards Portsmouth, I go up to Hull, Darlington,
Well, next time
and
you're
if
Darlington way, you'll have to come
yeah,
in for a couple of days.
oh yeah, that'd be awesome. I'll drop you a
Yeah.
message. I'll look at the calendar. Um, I'll look at the calendar and like I'll send it to you, and you might be able to. You might go, oh, we're near that one, or we're near that one. I do all the big
Yeah.
Silverstone, Donington, Brands Hatch. I do all the big circuits. So,
Wow,
but yeah, if
God.
anyone ever wants to come, drop me a message and I'll get you tickets and stuff. Like
Oh, God,
you
that's
should do
amazing.
that in the camper
Yeah, that'd be
in
good
the
fun.
summer. Like it is. It's really nice in the summer in the at the track. Like the atmosphere is lovely.
I bet it is. I bet it is.
So
Oh, the only reason why I didn't accept you is because I was chatting. I had Joe. Me and Joe were just chatting. So that's why I was like, I saw
yeah,
you.
no.
I'll go back to her in a minute.
I know, and it was just because I do often come live when I'm in this, but I've literally been live like less than 10 times since October. Like, I've had loads of stuff going on and that. And I was sitting there and like obviously TikTok don't send you out when you've not been live. Like so I'll say of like 5, 6, and then I was like, oh my God, Vicky's on. And I wonder if she's in her motorhome, and like I just got to join her. But obviously, and now you said it, I saw you the other day with some beautiful weather somewhere, and I should have known that you weren't
In Greece.
back in your motorhome.
My
Yeah.
back's feeling a
Um
bit hot. It's been really warm here today. My back's feeling it, I'll tell you. But yeah,
you're
no,
looking good though.
just come and give me a message whenever. And if ever I'm on when you're on, just always give me a request. I'll always accept you as long as I'm not doing
Yeah.
something. Are you with me?
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
said,
yeah. No,
I was
I
literally
never
just on the
ever request
TikTok.
more than once, but I was like, before I get off, I just want to see if Figgy's there just quickly. I
Listen,
knew you'd come and
if you
like,
request,
I knew
if
you'd
you
come and
request
shout
me,
me.
yeah, if you request me 2 or 3 times, if I'm busy, if I'm cooking tea, I don't tend to
Yeah,
accept anyone. And
yeah.
like
I wondered if you were
we're just
cooking.
chatting then. So yeah, just come and request anytime. We'll have a catch up. All right, my darling. Good luck tomorrow. Sending you lots of positive love.
Yeah.
Big
Thank
love.
you. I
Bye
appreciate
bye,
it.
sweetheart. Bye
Yeah,
bye. Bye
nice to
bye.
chat.
Oh, I got her off dead quick. Oh, and my fingers, fastest finger first. I thought you were asleep then. I literally turned. I thought you were asleep. Oh, guys, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I keep checking my phone to see if I've got an update from the D-Bar himself.
She looks like you.
And we ain't got no update off him. We ain't got... He's been on. Have I missed him? Is he okay? He's there now. He's in it, right? He's there now, is it? Right, I didn't see it. I was too busy gossiping, wasn't I? You know what I'm like me when I get going. You know what I'm like when I get going. I sometimes forget I'm in a chat. I think I'm on FaceTime to my mates. Honest, I'm terrible for it. I know I am. I really know I am. I do take full responsibility for my actions. I do know that sometimes I feel like I'm having a right good chit chat with my pals and I completely and utterly forget that I'm actually on a live with a load of people in my room. Oh, I don't know what to drop next. Shall we have a swimming costume? Shall we have a shirt or shall we have a dress? Cosset shirt or dress? Cosset shirt or dress? Dress? Artina says, oh, you're all saying dress. Dress, 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 dress. I'll drop the dress then. I'll drop the dress. This viral dress, I believe, is everybody's must have this spring. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Last one. If he wins.
Good choice. I've just dropped the dress. I've dropped the dress. I've dropped the dress. I've got 151,200 followers, just for anybody who might have been asking or worried or concerned about how many followers I had these days. And maybe somebody who didn't understand the fact that that's how many followers we've got going on over here these days. 1,151. It's fucking crazy that. How's that happened? Honestly, guys, it blows my brain cells. It absolutely does.
Fine lines, dull looking skin. Are you wanting
Blows my flaming brain cells. I do not understand it. I don't think I'll ever understand it. I don't think I'll ever understand it. I don't think I'll ever get my head around it. It blows my brain. Frazzles me head. You are worth every one of them. Honestly, it's crazy, man. It really, really is crazy.
wrinkles, fine lines, dull looking skin? Are you wanting something to brighten it up? Then I've got this trio for you. Wrinkles, fine lines, dull looking skin. Wrinkles. Wrinkles.
Get your tan back, get your tan back, lad, get your tan back. Honestly, I couldn't resist it. I was just like, do you know what? I love it.
Oh, that's how I feel.
Bloody
Fucking Sunday morning after doing my dinner.
AG comes to me all the time doing that whenever he beats us. It becomes a seal. Look at the gob on that.
Oh, I can't get it off now. I'm fucking stuck with it for the rest of my life.
You're stuck like that for the rest of your life, man.
Oh,
Are you all right anyway?
Matthew, I'm very well, thank you. Matthew, thank you so bloody much. Jesus Christ. Thank you, guys. I'm too busy chatting away. I didn't fucking know what was going on.
We're too busy playing with
Filters.
I look so weird. You
look
look
like
really
pink.
weird.
Matthew, thank you. You look like pink with a beard. Ashley Sarita, thank you.
What the bloody hell? Do you not like my new look, Karen? It's making me laugh so bad.
He has a new
I
theme
just-
tune.
it just- Honestly,
That's you.
thanks.
Matthew, thank you, honestly.
You weren't
I joined when you were
expecting that
asleep.
when you walked in, were you,
Matthew.
Aaron?
I went, what? I went, what the fuck? Bradley, thank you for your heart, me. I'm loaded with calls still. I can't fucking get rid of it. I don't know what's going on.
Day.
Yeah. Well, I'd only just got over one. And I was like, oh, that's right. I never really ever get a cold. And I've had like 2 in the matter of fucking 6 weeks.
Did you hear out from your mate? That's not your mate anymore.
Oh, nah. That's not me.
Really? Is that it? Just done?
And no, because well, it's done with me. I'm done. I don't know what he's done, but I'm done.
I can't believe he's never like just I can't believe he's not just like.
Even tried. Well, he sent one message after we landed, just saying like, I'm really sorry. There's no there's no excusing what I did and stuff like that. I'm like, crack on.
Thanks,
Like,
Aaron.
but I'm not fucking Like, I'd rather he just didn't arrest us again.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I absolutely don't blame you.
Hello, D
I
to the
really
T.
don't blame you.
D the T, sorry.
Oh, I'm going off me. I'm going to bed. I'm absolutely knackered. I only come because I put that stupid daft face on and I was like, I need to go and see somebody. I was like, let me go and see Jay.
Oh, Claire, it's just a joke, my lovely. Someone's put my mate over there saying Mustafa Lenford. Mustafa Lenford has just been a Vicky's like. Can you unmute him? I don't think that Alpha. I don't think that
Thanks, Aaron.
that name is as fun.
Right.
Matthew, thank you so bloody much. A fucking Stunhammer for that. Matthew, I'm sorry you only got a
That's
Stunhammer.
ridiculous, a Stunhammer for that score. Bloody
MVP.
ridiculous.
Matthew, thank you so much though. Julie, thank you, my lovely. You got a Stunhammer as well. Fucking bun the Stunhammers. Cheryl, you got a
I'm
boosting glove though.
exhausted.
Thank you.
I'm
Lawrence,
exhausted.
Rita, Ashley, Tessa, Sharon, Gloria, Danielle,
Yay,
everyone that
it's
gifted and
way
tapped.
past my
Thank you.
bedtime. I'm going to love you and leave you. And
I know you're 2 hours ahead as well, aren't you?
It's 25 to 12 here, yeah.
Fucking
Right, my
hell.
darling. I just wanted to
Have a
pop
good
by
night,
and
my
visit you.
lovely.
That was all. Big love, sweetheart. I'll speak
Big
to you
love.
later.
Have a good night.
Bye, darling. Good night. Good night. So I am going to go. I am tired. I feel like this eyelash here is really bugging me. Do you know what, guys? I honestly think I'm going to end up taking these off tomorrow and redoing them. I feel like they're too curly. I really feel like they're too curly. We'll have a look at Mott. He's meant to be my mate, him that keeps giving me craps. He's meant to be my bud. But all he keeps doing is giving me crap. That's what I like. Thank you, my Tina. I love you too. I will see you all in the morning. If I get up for sunrise again, it'll be 4 a.m. your time. If you're up, you're up. And if I'm up, I'll try. We'll see. If not, we'll just have to go with the pictures that I got this morning. Good night to each and every one of you. Love you all to the moon and back. See you all later. Good night and God bless you, gorgeous lot. Bye for now.